get everything done? Yes, I think so. Ah, I'm here. And the microphone's working. I didn't forget it. Ha. Anyways, welcome again to my weekly stream. Oh, it's getting cold outside. And for those of you talking about Christmas, don't. I don't celebrate Christmas. Hello, Henrik. Hello, hello. Oh. Hey. Well, can I say Chappy? Because that's how I know you. Hang on. It's the other side. Ugh. And Fraxy, God, we're getting the whole group together here. Yay! I'm not chatting into the void. All we miss is JR. He usually comes around this time, so he'll be around probably. Anyways, what did I do off stream? Not a lot. Not a lot. I did do some things. So I added some foam clay to the seams, and then sanded like a mad woman. So now, like, the seams are just almost. I think if I put a layer of plastic dip on it, I don't think you'll be able to see that much of it. So, let me move my camera up a little bit. We'll test in a minute if it's still straight. Probably isn't. I did some sanding on my other one, the right one that's not fully done yet. If we have time to this stream, we'll start on adding the knee parts on that one. But yeah, today we're going to add a little scully skull to her knee. So, you know, you can see kind of where I've measured out that she needs to be. I need to have a quick look. I've been good. I made a picture of the skull, so when we get into the crafting section, I will show the skull, so it's a bit easier. But yeah, I hope you got your coffee, Frax. Oh, right. Try to clean up a little bit, but there's sanding fluff everywhere. And I need to put my... So I got two massive LED lamps here, so this is the remote control for that. Put that away so it doesn't get any dust in it. So yeah, what's the plan for today? Adding the skull and trying to get it to look as good as possible. So I'll have to use a shit ton of foam clay. I might have to get the other one because some of the clay here is hardened. Now that might help. Always might help adding some of the voids, because I don't use a lot of the more flexible foam clay, so I can just like fill some of the voids. But yeah, that's one of the things we're going to do. I also, what I've done off stream, because JR reminded me of this, is use the it's not Photoshop, it's called Affinity. Keep wanting to call it Photoshop, but it's not. The image program that I have, while I was cutting out the little knee skull that I need to go and work on today, like it's tiny on that screen there. But I started doing some calculations on because we're going to redo this chainsaw. Because I decided in my head I'm not a fan of what I've done. And I did some calculations about how long is this part, how long is this part, how long is this part. So I'm quite happy with the only part needs to be a little bit longer is the handle. It looks like the handle is not as long as... There's a couple of things I want to change after having a good look at the chainsaw. So I'm glad I did that. Glad we decided they're going to redo it. Because I'm going to change some of the things. Have I bought the things for it yet? No. No, of course not. We have to go and work out on paper first what we want to change. But yeah, I did some measurements. So the part of where the chainsaw goes is 1.5 times the length of the part where the handle is. So that gives me a bit better of an idea how to, when I redesign it, the size-wise, how I'm going to make it. I realised that lengthwise, it's quite the size I wanted to be, because I did a quick measurement of like her sword, of course, and the leg, and it's about up till your hip, so it's about 1 meter long. And another thing I want to include now, while I'm considering redoing the chainsword, is redoing it in a way that I can take it partially apart. So for travel, so if I ever want to travel by plane, it's easier to transport. Now there is no, so if you look at a lot of props, they usually are like a stick and then there are things in the middle, so you can actually just, you know, have those natural breaks where you can take a proper part. This doesn't really have that. So whether it's going to help work or not, I don't know. A standard suitcase, and I know this because I've been traveling with a screen like the one behind me. A standard suitcase that you can take on a plane, diagonally, it's 80 something centimeters. Well, if this is going to be 1 meter, then it doesn't fit. And I don't think they'll appreciate me walking around the airport, even if it's a fake prop. I'm not sure that they like me walking around with a chainsaw type thing. No, this is just like, you know. So, so I have to think about how I'm gonna change that around, if possible. So, yeah, that's another thing that we're gonna do as soon as we finish the calf armor. And we still have to redo the shoe armor as well, figure out all that sort of stuff. So yeah. Right. Go back into crafting. Oh, the coffee's hot. Right, okay, almost. Oh, come on. Go back a little bit. I hate this thing. Hang on a second. Ooh. No, not this one. This one. And then I can control this one. Here we go. That's alright. Maybe move this a bit more. Yank. So it's a bit more in the middle. Ooh. Don't spill my coffee. I got told off by Frax. Here we go. Alright. So yeah. The skull. So one of the things also, let me add, I have so many images. I need to make a folder for all these images. Add source, add a new source, and knee skull. I've learned to actually write down what they are, so I actually know. Add, browse. There. I could have actually manipulated it so that it's going this way around. Oh, excuse me. Hiccups. So that's a bit small. Can I make it bigger? Here we go. And if I then just hide this one for now. Here we go. Hey JR! See, now we've got everybody here. Look, JR, I've got the picture for the knee now, and I've done some measurements because you reminded me that you in Photoshop did the measurements, and I'm like, I have affinity. There must be a measuring tool as well, and there was. So I did some measurements on the leg, but also on the chainsaw. So can I move you around? No. transform you? No. Oh well, that'll be the way it has to be then. Make it big. I can make it still a little bit bigger. Whee! So, working with this skull. Now we can make it a bit hard. Here we go. So working with this skull, I'm glad it's using this skull and not the other one because it was just not as wise. So one of the things I see when I look at that one, this part is a bit longer and then it has like a single row of teeth, and this has got like multiple teeth. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do is cut off this area here and then just fabricate from foam clay the way the bottom part looks. Because I think that will be easier, because this is quite curved at the bottom and it's sticking out a bit, so we can make it manipulate it a bit more to become a skull like that. And we have to add some bit to the side here and to the top to make it a bit more bigger. I think the rest looks pretty alright. So I also think, looking at this, well, actually the cheekbones look pretty alright. So let's do that first. Let's get my sharp scissors, my expensive scissors out. Sorry mate, you've got to lose your teeth. Here we go, I think that's better. And I think let a bit of this off so it lies a bit more flat. Teethies. And I think the rest is actually, can I? So if we're looking so this is at the edge of there, so it needs to be a little bit lower, like there. I think on the image, the knee part is a bit more round and mine is a bit more eye-shaped, and I think that's just because drawing between real life shit. It's one of those things. But I think now that we've got this close-up, let me move it so it's like... I think that is pretty on point. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. I'm just gonna try and see if I can get the skull a little flatter with a bit of heat. Because this is still quite... Unless, can I just... I'm gonna have to fill up some of it anyway with foam clay, so as long as the main features are there. Let's see. It needs to be a little bit like that because it looks like it's like that's better. Still needs to be a little flatter. Right, another nip out of the side. Pretty much is from there. Ah. Make sure the bits don't go into my coffee. That'll be a bit of a nightmare. There we go. There we go. So even if I take off too much, I'll just add it with foam clay. And that also sorted out some of the very curved teeth. So that's, I think that's about right now. There we go. I think that will do. Now comes the biggest part that's going to annoy me. Trying to decide where to place it. Because it's eye sockets and top of the eyes, the eyebrows, and I don't think I can do that on mine. And they're not going to be a perfect replica. Because they need to go slightly up to there. Yeah, because then it should be out like over here, and then that doesn't work because it's. So I just have to go here. Right. Yeah, exactly. And then it goes from here to there. I think that will have to do. Yep. Think. So what I'm going to do is pack some clay, foam clay underneath it when I stick it on, and then we can start building it up. Of course, I forgot to get. Oh well, I'll have to take a break to wash my hands in the future. Alright. So, foam clay. Clay that dries like foam. Now, this part, the shiny part, is still malleable. Sadly enough, the top half has dried out a bit. Now, I've left it because it just kind of protects extra. But I was wondering if I can just put a bit here, so I don't have to use all the good malleable stuff to fill up. I think that would be great. Now I would have to use some glue because this is plastic and not foam, and it just doesn't stick to plastic. So glue's coming out. Seriously? Oh. Right, so let's fill up empty parts with some of the hardened foam. And then we can start putting it on there. Come on, stick to it. Don't tell me I have to use super glue. I mean, I have it somewhere, I think. Are you sticking? Not really. Come on. Well, we'll see if that works. If not, we'll grab the super glue. Alright. It feels like it's starting to stick, hopefully. Yeah, that's better. All right. Little bit more. Another piece. Hope you don't mind the pop punk music at the moment. For those of you on YouTube, yes, I play music on stream, so come join me. Here we go, I think that will help. Right, so I made a mistake. Should not have added that one. So I think if I put some glue on the eyes, because that's the only thing that's touching the foam, and then I can start looking into adding some more. Yay! Bit of water. Or shall I put it on and then let's try that first. And I can always squish it in because it's 1, 2. I think a little bit here. Because none of the rest's sticking to the foam, or touching the foam. Now, hopefully, start the middle now. You need to go there. Yeah, that's sticking. Excellent. Let that dry for a second. Have to water here and do that here, then we can have a look-see this way. IPA bottle comes in handy again. Stick there. Stay. Thank you. Thank you. This looks like a weird clump of something. Oh, right. Oh. Right. So. So needs to still put the teeth there. Right. Okay. Now, the only thing I realise is I've already put some blaster dip on these knee pads because I yeah. Well, this is because most of it is like it's like clay. Only the top bit has been hardened, but I kind of use it as an extra kind of lid. Problem is I put these are recycled. The kneecaps are recycled from the side part that I redid. So hopefully it sticks. For the moment, even the skull's not gluing properly yet, so we'll see how it goes. Stuff the clay underneath, so you can start building from the skulls, because it needs to be a little bit bigger. For those of you who are not subscribers, you're going to get an ad in about a couple of seconds, potentially. You may not. But if you do, don't forget, if you have Amazon Prime, and now nobody can... Right. Oh, it's only a short ad break. Nice. Right. I'm slowly adding bits and pieces to here. Yoink. God, stand upright. Why are you not? You're going to be on the other side. Is that what it is? Yes, that's where the balance is. Okay. Right, tiny bit underneath this cheek. Let's put some underneath the mouth, because that's where the teeth are going to be lengthened. There you go. Right, everybody should be back. Good. Alright, so where else are we going to add some more? I need to put it this way, shouldn't I? I need to be a little bit closer to myself. Here we go. Oh! Move the mouse. For the mouse just does anything and like end my stream. Right. God damn it. Here we go. Right, let's see. Where else do we have to put stuff? So some more here. Some more underneath the mouth. Oh, God. I know, it's just one of those awkward shapes. The chaos has taken over. Actually, if I push it... Oh, that's even better. Push the teeth down a little bit. I can add more to the skull on the top. Okay. The glue is not working, so... I'm glad I only have to add one skull. Yes! The machine... I'm so glad that some of you absolutely know the Warhammer universe. Right, so far so good. I'm just filling up the holes behind it so that it you know, it sticks. I don't know what the red balance is doing because my hands don't look that red. Right. So I have some plans. So one of the things I want to do is get my stream. I haven't done anything about the layout of my stream forever. So one of the things I want to do is add a couple of more sound effects. So I have found somewhere on the internet, as you do. I don't know where they came from. I think they came from a game. So it's a female voice saying things. You all know the Praise the Emperor that I have on here on my sound alerts. But I have a few more like that that I just haven't added to sound alerts yet. So I need to. I want to do a couple of more, and I need to add more to my stream of. Don't worry, the padded room's not gonna go. The asylum stays. That will always be my thing. But like on the channel information, I want to add my current cosplay I'm doing, the cosplays I'm planning. So I'm going to start, getting a bit more information on the channel. And there's little bits and pieces that I want to add. I don't have... There's lots of things you can do with people can spend bits and do something funny. So I'm slowly working on integrating some of those things as well, and improving some of my graphics. So yeah, I'm just needing to think about, because everything that's on here is made by myself. So, and I'm not a graphics designer at all, for that matter. So I'm planning on doing some more. I've got about 2.5 weeks off around Christmas, because I hardly taken any holidays over the whole year, and I better use them up. So slowly adding his teeth. You can't see them because it's black on black, but I promise you, they're being built up. Stand. Right, and now we have to slowly, without losing that, yeah, that's another thing that I want to do, is that, because of course I talk to you guys, And when people watch my YouTube channel, they're like, huh? So I may integrate chat in this screen. I'm just having to think about how I'm going to set it up without reducing the actual thing I'm doing on screen, because that's the biggest problem I have. Like, where am I going to fit everything? Now, if you're on a big screen, like if you're watching on a 32-inch monitor, it's not too much of a problem. Everything blows up. But if you're on a smaller monitor, then at the moment my work area, so I can't even point it out, but like this area on screen can be quite small. So yeah, so it's gonna probably, what I'm gonna do is rejig and maybe not have the new sub, new follow, new chair as big as it is at the moment. I might have just a small bar on the bottom where it will run. I've seen other people do that. I haven't changed mine in about 2 years, I think. And there's so many more things these days, how to do things. So I just need to sit down. This is the problem. It's just having the time to sit down and work on that. Like, am I going to work on my cosplay for half an hour to an hour, or am I going to try and make some new graphics and things like that? I'm going to try and figure that out. So this is one of the things that I'm going to do when I'm off for holidays. So, but yeah, I wanted to make it a bit more that if people watch on screen on YouTube, that people can actually see people talking. I make it a bit more interactive. I mean, it's interesting to see that since the slightly viral video, my views have gone up because I'm getting pushed out more. Also means I'm getting assholes pressing the dislike button, and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing with your life? Try pressing dislike button on fucking YouTube. But it might grow more people, because the problem is I only stream on a Saturday from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. CET. So it's very difficult. Massive bubbles does bring the crowd. Yes. 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 And since I'm not the kind of person to just, that's what I'm doing. So it was funny, and maybe, you know, I have to find another one that goes slightly viral, but it doesn't bother me. I mean, at the moment, the reason I am streaming is to keep myself accountable to actually do this cosplay. Because otherwise, it's, you know, if you have a habit, something that's habit forming, like this, or like some people go to the gym, and unless you continuously do that on a regular basis, it doesn't form a habit. And that's with anything that you want to do or change. So now that I'm actually got into the habit to not skip the Saturday and actually stream, I actually am getting further and further into actually finishing this cosplay. I'm still very far from finishing. But yeah. So yeah, so it's one of those things. I mean, I'm not one of those people that are aiming to be a full-time creator, because I don't think that works or would work for me. But so I'm adding something to the forehead, slowly making it bigger. So I need to go to about there. Luckily, I do have another pot of foam clay that's unopened, so well, the thing is, like, I've started this about 2 years ago, so I have stopped and started because, of course, last year, for those that most of you know, I think. So when I had to, you know, my mom went into hospital, and I spent 3 months in Belgium taking care of my mom, and after when she passed, taking care of all the shit that comes with them when you know, a parent dies. It took me a while to get back into it because, you know, I have a, it's on YouTube as well. There's a stream with my mum, and I'm very happy I have that now, because, you know, it's there forever. But it took a while to get back into it, and now that I'm doing it on a regular basis, it helps a lot. And who knows, like, PureCon is in July next year. So who knows, I might get somewhere and have it finished for PureCon. PureCon is in Poznan, here in Poland. It's one of the biggest conventions. You would think the one in Warsaw would be, but Warsaw's, the couple of times that they've tried to organize one, then they cancelled it, and they tried to organize one and they cancelled it. So, no fucking idea what is going on there. But yeah, PureCon is one of the biggest, and it's in Poznan. And it'd be great if I could get it finished. They do have a cosplay competition, an international cosplay competition. I think they are one of the stages for the World Cosplay Championship. So, it's one of those. But yeah, I'm glad I got back into it, and now forcing myself. And it helps that you guys are here as well, because people like you, JR, and like Conric and Fraxy, who, you know, come and hang out. Because otherwise you're just like talking in the air. It's like, it really, when I started, I found it really hard. Like, if you have like one viewer, and that one viewer is actually you on your tablet, making sure your stream is up and running. You know? Right, some more to the teeth. I think that's about the right length. Yeah, well, when I first started, it can be so demotivating when you literally have 1 or 2 viewers and nobody chats. It's like, and it's like, you can watch all the freaking advice streams that you want, but the makers and crafting community is small, except for maybe a crafty jellyfish, who has really by now has created a really great community. Who she got like a regular audience, and the audience there for her all the time. It's really hard unless, you know, if you're not, like I said, makers and crafting is a hard section, and I feel like Twitch is not really interested in it. If I wanted to be a creator, I probably should have started streaming video games. I mean, I can stream. This is the thing, like, stream myself playing Ragnarok on VR. I can play about half an hour, then I have to rest. It's like, and I'm not that good, so. But yeah, this is just one of my things that I do, and maybe in the future I can do more than one stream, but at the moment, no. What I need to do is sort out my setup on my gaming PC, that I can, over Christmas, I can stream playing Battle Sister on VR in some of my cosplay, because that would be fun. I think that's something we need to organise. So Right, I need to make this a bit more bigger, don't I? It's getting there. Yeah, it's only usually other crafters that watch these kind of streams. So, yeah, Battle Sister VR. I've had it for a while now, and I've been threatening doing it, but it's like I have to set it up on not. This is my streaming PC, which is all the old bits for my gaming PC. So it's a lower grade PC. This one doesn't run VR, and I don't have the space to play VR in this room. So I would have to set it up, the streaming and everything, set up on my gaming PC. But that means having to make the space so that, you know, I can stream VR when you just see what I see in my helmet, which is great. But of course, it's more fun watching me be an idiot in my room as well. So actually seeing me in the game. So there's Live, and I've been playing around with it a little bit, and then I got distracted by something else, and I completely didn't do it anymore. So yeah, I really need to. Right. So the teeth look alright. I'll give you a close up. See, like, make the teeth a little bit longer. I just need to make a couple of indents. But I need to make the head still a bit wider. Come on. Sit. Little indents. I mean, they don't have to be massive. Where's that thingy? Because when I'm painting them... Yeah, I think that'll do. Yeah, exactly. I mean, we can once I have it set up so I know it works, I can do all kinds with the VR setup. I wish there were more Warhammer VR games, because it's, you know, I think the immersiveness of Warhammer works in VR. I mean, I know Battle Sister is not a massive game, because it was back then it was created for Quest. And it took a while to come out on all the other headsets, because I ain't buying the Quest. So, I've got a Vive Cosmos. I had to think there for a second. I have a Vive Cosmos. Right, so it's starting to lift a little, and that still looks very sticking out compared to what that's. But there's nothing I can do about that. So and I am getting pretty good on Ragnarok. I finally got a bronze on a 10 and stuff like that. So I hope you're still practicing, Chappie. I'm so tempted. Right, nice. don't forget, I do play at least half an hour most days. A couple of times a week. But then I play for half an hour. I don't play... Some people might like play one song over and over and over again until they get better at it. I can't do that. Once I've done one song, I need to switch to another song. Ah, come on. Yeah, I mean, my brain just does not like it if I played same song. I sometimes will pause and restart if I really, really fuck up, but... The only thing I worry about, and you'll have to say to me, JR, because VR means that the screen will move a lot and there might be flashes, so... Don't know if that's triggering for you. I need to... Right, okay, so you're okay with VR, yeah. I know, I mean, at the moment, I've been so... because of the sale at the moment, I'm like, oh, Space Hammer 2, Warhammer Space Marine 2, I really like it. Everybody says it's good, and it's like, Do I have the money officially? Yes. Do I know that there's things that need to come? Like in January, I have to repay for my car insurance again. Like, I need to put it a little bit more, make this more integrated. Yeah. Although, I don't know if I said this. I got my Beat Saber working again. I've realized that, of course, Beat Saber upgraded itself a couple of times, so all my mods were out of whack, and I had to update those, and I update my graphics driver, and then now it works again. So yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, but I knew that, you know, occasionally that's. Slowly getting there. I know it's really difficult to see on stream, but the head's a little bit bigger. It just feels like it's lifting up from... Yeah. Yeah, it's you know. I'm not sure actually. The problem is so I've done verses with like Fortress and oh, I can't remember who else was always coming to do this. So we used to have like Beat Saber on the schedule. I just realized I pushed it down when I actually pushed it up because of the teeth being lowered in. Right, okay, no. I have to fill that up again. But I am, compared to other people, I'm just not good enough at Beat Saber. I'm better at Ragnarok probably. Right. I think you have to be on PC. Which VR headset you have, I don't think it matters. Because I know Fortress, I think, has got a Valve Index. Right, so integrate you again, because I shouldn't have moved that. Okay. Yeah, exactly. That's what I meant. Like the Quest is different than the VR headsets, because the Quest plays the game on the headset. So I have absolutely no idea. Right. I've got to put these teethies back in. That's still okay. Right, let's see. It's starting to get somewhere. I need to do the other side still, but this side starts to become... I have to look at doing those little spiky things. I think the side needs to still add some to that. So if I make it so that it looks right here, then I can do underneath. Make sure I don't lose the eye ridge. Yes, I fitted the right one on my leg, and it fits fine and no problem. Not too tight or anything like that. So the only thing I haven't tested yet, because I haven't got both knees with the flaps on, is whether it will rub. I'll have to figure out that. And then we'll have to just adjust the flange things. So, am I getting there? Needs a bit more cheek. Okay. But yeah, because the right leg doesn't have the knee part on yet, I don't know whether they're gonna knock together. This is like, I feel like I'm back in like kindergarten playing with clay like this, because it's like, I think that's a better cheek. It's hard to see black on black. Yeah, that looks a little bit better. Yeah, I could always walk like a cowboy. Okay. Right, I think... Do I have these, and I have these. Oh, these are even better. Here you go. Just need to make sure that I keep this eye ridge. Because a lot of it will be brought back in when I start working on the painting, but right. Ah, my fingers stick together. Right, so this cheek looks pretty good. About 24 hours usually. Especially as thick as it is. If you just do like little layers like on the seams that I do, not so long, but this will be at least tomorrow before I can actually see how well it's done. Just gotten out my old clay working tools to smooth it. To make sure the teethies are fully adhered. Right, let's see. Just smoothing this out, because the more I smooth it out, the less I have to sand. I think this cheek is pretty on point now. Yeah. I have to build up a little bit of this area. Yeah. I think I still need to build up a little bit more on the top. It needs to be a bit more that way, and you need to be a bit more that way. I mean, I've said this before and I'll say it again. That's a drawn image. It's really hard to make things look like the actual image because, you know, 2D, to make something that looks 2D into 3D is... But I don't think I've ever seen any Sisters of Battle created from his image, so... And I actually know who the artist is that drew this image. So... Nemanja used to work for CDPR and that's how I met him. I think this side I might need a little bit more volume, or not? A little bit, I think. Here. Whoever designed this foam clay needs a medal, because it's made so many things so much easier. Why can you not keep the image straight? Think a bit more on the cranium. This has got a bit of a divot there. I'll have to figure out the I was tired. It's a machine. Thing is, like, I can't take the autofocus off. So far as I've tried that, and it doesn't work. So right, I do think that's pretty on point. So there's one in the middle that's going to be on here, and it's one going from here, from there, slightly up. Now it points at this point on the image. That just, the image is too round. There's no way you can make a round knee work like that. It's always going to be an eye shape. So it's going from there, and it's going slightly, so like this. There's one here, so there must be one here-ish. There's too many lines on this. Can I remove lines with black? Yeah, I can. Excellent. Right. That's better. Think. It needs to be actually it looks a bit higher up on the Ugh, I hate this. My eyes are going cross-eyed. Let's do the other side and then start looking at the... Yeah, exactly. Let's do the other side. Then we can start thinking further. Am I avoiding this shit? Yes, yes, I'm just avoiding it for now. Yes, somewhere. Pretty sure I do, because when you're a seamstress, you kind of need tools like that sometimes. That'd be a good one, actually. See, this is already starting to dry. Let's fill up. I wonder if I should let this dry, then sand it, and then put these spikes on? I'm not sure. Could be an idea. Because it might shrink slightly. I don't know. Ah, come here. I wonder if I should make this ridge a little bit more protruding. There we go, that's a bit more of its cheek. Well, there's a seam here, so I know here this is the seam, so that's the top middle. At least it should do. But yeah, I don't know. It doesn't look, when I look at the image, it looks like the middle ones are more towards the top than the side ones. It doesn't look like they're equally spaced. It looks like that they're closer to the top than they are to the. So. Then again, it could also be a perspective. Oh. Oh yeah. No, correct. The problem is like where these corners are, where it points towards them on here, it can't do that because the image is a circle and the real life version is not a circle, it's an eye shape. So trying to make it look as correct. Excuse me, I have the hiccups today. It's been a nightmare. Yeah, that looks. I think I should put more here as well, cause a bit more of a forehead. It's now a bit dinked. And like I said, this again is the issue of when you're working with an image, a 2D item. in principle. Alright, that starts looking a little bit better. Because it looks like it's got a bit of a bigger head, this part. Do I need to add some more here? I think so. I think that's starting to get better. Again, it's so hard to see black on black for you guys on screen. Even for me, it's hard to see. I mean, if I had a resin printer or 3D printer, could I have imported this into a program like Blender and 3D rendered it and printed it out? Probably. But oh, go away! I need to add this total viewers thing to the ban list. No, you're not allowed to post that. Give me a second. Sound alert. Not so. It's stream elements. That's my dashboard. Chatbot. Banned words. Add a new banned phrase. Total viewers. Yes. Save. Right, now from now onwards that gets automatically banned. Freaking spam bots. Go away. Right. Oh, for God's sakes, come on. There you go. Right. Sorry about that. Just luckily, the stream elements bot now, if it sees something that they think is a bot, they will ask me allow or deny, and you know, twice now it's been total viewers. That are you? And I'm like, fuck off. I have no interest. Right. So to make it equal, I need to add some more on the other side. Right, so slowly getting there. Need to add a little bit more on the side here. Make this thicker. Okay. Smoothest granium. Right, so right, let's see. Right. Still needs a bit more on this side, because that side looks pretty alright now. Needs a bit on the cheek still as well. Make it a little bit smaller. Yeah, that's getting better. Make sure it's smoothed out. Right. Alright. So that was concentration phase to try and get that corner done. Oh, cool! I'll have to look into that. But like I said, I'm pretty shit at Beat Saber. But it's absolutely something we can think about. Right, so I increased the cheek a little bit. Ooh. Okay. That side looks pretty good now. I'm trying to smooth this out. Come on. Here we go. I might have to put the teeth a bit higher up there. I can't even do expert. I'm okay-ish on hard, and that's about it. Then for a long time I couldn't really play any Beat Saber because my shoulder was fucked, so... to make the teeth a little bit straighter at the end. I might just file that down. I need to add some more here. Okay. Right. Are you now looking a bit like I want you to? Let's... Okay. Right. I mean, do I still... Damn it! It needs... Ah, okay, I see where it needs it. It's not equal. There's something that I need to do. And it's... here. Right. I think that was what it needed. I wish, though, that this was lower, so it has less relief. Let's think. I think I need to let this trying to smooth it as much as I can so I've got less to sand out when I get to it. Right, I think. Right, I think I need to let this dry because when it's dry, it's a lighter color, so it will be more obvious, you know, how it looks. I do think it looks pretty cool, close to what the picture is. I think that's, you know. There's one thing I think I'm going to do before I let it dry. I need a little. Why don't you want to roll? Just a little. Yeah, the only thing is like it sticks out a lot. Like if I show you this way, it sticks out a lot from the knee, but I'm not sure if there's any way I can change that. I might just sand a lot of that off, so that's a lot lower. But yeah, I think I need to stop playing around with it, let it dry so that because it becomes a lighter color when it's dry. You can kind of see here, that's the kind of color that the foam clay will become, so that I can see it better. I do think, like, yeah, I agree that it does look pretty good. But I have to put the clay away, I think, now, and let it sit and think and get a protractor so I can figure out the parts for the spikes, because that's the great thing about clay, the foam clay. I can literally make it wet, stick to it, and it will stick to it. Because at the moment I'm just keep fucking about with it, and I need to make a stop and then come back to it. So you go and sit and dry and look pretty, and hopefully I'll be happier with it. Yeah, I think it looks good. I'm just putting it up right now, and it's. I need to sand some of the teeth down from the plastic, but right. So what I need to do, because I've got filthy hands, I need to go and wash my hands, and then we'll continue. So I will be right back. I'm going to put you right back. Be right back. Where's my mouse? Oh yeah, it's here. Here we go. I'll be right back. All right. Oh, no. Ah. week! Of course, I was talking and didn't have my mic on. Anime, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, welcome in. Did you finish your Venti cosplay though? Did you finish? Oh man, this is why I have an alert for it. Because I always freaking forget my mic when I leave. So nope, that's what I was working on. Ah, I can't find what I was looking for. Is it this one? Nope. There it is. There we go. So oh, I have set up this. I should have if I'm correct. This works. Yay! So welcome raiders. Welcome to Hebe's Asylum. I'm Hebe. And I also have a command for this. Whee! One day I'll have one of those things where you can press a button and things happen. One day. So anime boy star, or anime as we call him. He is a amazing cosplayer. And I call myself a seamstress, but he is absolutely brilliant in making patterns and sewing. So go follow them as well. And yeah, welcome. Sorry, I literally just came back from washing my hands. So I am making a Sisters of Battle cosplay, for those that don't know the Warhammer universe. So what we're working on at the moment is the Calve armour, and we literally I just had to put this away. So she's got this skull on her knees. So I've just been working with a plastic skull and some foam clay and adding to it. Yay! Can we know yet what your new cosplay is going to be? And at the moment, this is my right leg. And as you can see, it doesn't have a knee yet. So this is what we're going to do next. I had to put that aside because I've been... You know when you're like doing something for a while and you're like, no, I have to put it away now because it's too much. Seraph of the End. I will have to look that up because I don't know that one. Not that it's unusual for me to not know something because yeah, there's loads of stuff that I don't know, especially from the anime world. But yeah. So what I was going to say, yeah. Here we go. My stream knows what you're talking about, so... I kind of missed the whole anime. So when anime became really, really popular, I was in a different stage in my life. And I missed a lot of that, so yeah. I was going to show you something. So, because I saw it when I was doing... So, this is what I've already done. This is the habit that's underneath the Sisters of Battle cosplay. And we finished the thigh armor, but that was very simple, although I had to redo it. Now we're getting closer to finishing the... look, that's... the rest of the calf armor, and I'm very proud of how curved I got that. So yeah, that's one of the plans we're going to do now, is to work on the knee parts again, just like we have. So I have to make there. So one of the things I just noticed is this one is far more Right, I need to... Well, no, don't look at that one yet. No, just go start working on this one. Right, so... So I've got the knee parts here, so center, 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 center. So I made a lot of changes. Yeah, it's starting to look really good now. I'm really happy about. But I need to wait for this foam clay to start drying. I wish it was a little bit flatter, but this is again the problem with 2D image versus 3D actual happenings. But yeah, we need to make this part and this part now for next. And I just realized I need to heat it up and put some tape over it so that it's like a bit more like this. Because the reason why I'm remaking, so I'm remaking this. I had made, if I can reach. So I started working on this. If my camera can focus again, thank you very much. So I started working on this, and the calf armor I made out of 7mm foam, so it's a lot thicker foam. And then I made the thigh armor out of 5mm foam, and I was like, now this skull, the calf armor looks really, really chunky. So, and I also wanted to make the knee part smaller, because the knee part is massive if you compare it to my hand and how you compare it to what it's now. So I redid it in 5mm foam, changed the way, because also changed the way the front of the knee part sits, as you can see, so it's more upright. So I do think this one looks so much better than this one. So yeah, so we redid it again. I did another thing that I redid. So yeah, it's one of those things. But yeah. Also, anyway, if you need to go take a drink, take a break or anything like that, you know, that's fine. Exactly. Right, so what we need to do is grab the old thigh armor. So I made this thigh armor, and I realized it was a little bit too short. My legs are pretty tall. I'm pretty tall. So I added this little ledge, and then realized I really do not like how it looks, because it just didn't work out. So I remade them, and they're done. So you go there, you go sit there for a sec. So let's see. It doesn't really matter if these are not perfect, because I kinda going to recut them anyway halfway. I just need to make sure I mark what the center is. This is the center, and is that the top or is that the bottom? Should have marked that, shouldn't I? I think that was the top. Stay. Now this one I do have to make the center a bit better, so that I don't have so much center. So here we go. Yeah, so anybody that's come from anime stream, let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if you want to know anything else. We are pretty open discussing, chatting here, so right, we need a sharp knife. Okay. And if you're a cosplayer or if you're a streamer, let me know, and I'll, you know, happy to follow people back. Okay. I'm glad at least these side pieces are not going to waste. Because so far I've made both knee parts out of it. There we go. Alright, so top, bottom. Oh, that's right. I need to heat them up a little so that they are easier to glue. Okay. Always important hydrating. Okay. Right. Glue. Now I realise I might not be able to do much after I've done that knee part, so I might have to think of something else to do. Because I'll have to wait for it to dry for a bit. Helps if I put my fingers correct. Okay. Ow. Ah. Ugh. Ah, don't have anything to put this against. The bin is too far away. Can I fall in here? Let go. Let go of my glove. Ah. Yes, exactly. Okay. Alright, so this is the center. Okay, just making sure my internet's still going, right? Right, so can I lean you against something? Thank you. Right, so for those of you who don't know and don't work with VVA foam, this is contact cement, or butabren as they call it here in Poland, and it needs to dry before you stick it together, which is a very unusual thing. How do I know when it's dry? It's when it's not shiny anymore. So you can see a little bit, like this one's starting to dry, this one is still quite wet, this one's getting drier. So we just have to wait and, you know, chat for a bit. So one of the things I do these days is I actually use tape to try and keep the pieces together. I find, especially if you have pieces on the... and I just realised I should have heated them up a little bit so I can bend them. Ooh, heat, come here. Because that helps. And also for those on the stream, in about a minute there will be ads. Nothing I can do about that. So if you get an ad, I'll be back as soon as the ad's finished. There's not much happening at the moment, so. So hopefully, this way they bend, they cool down and bend a little bit, so they'll be easier to put together. I'm still probably going to have to fill them with the foam to fill the seams, because this really puts a lot of pressure on them. Oh, I'm seeing the changes of color in the skull at the moment on the foam clay, and yeah, that looks pretty good actually. I think that's about right. So make sure the top and the top are the top. Yeah. Hopefully, I get this right. So to help it stick together, I just put that on because it's going to have so much pressure to put it together. And this is just patience. Something I don't have usually. I must say, while making this cosplay, I've learned a lot more about patience. Like really like holding it until it's... So you can see how much pressure is on there and it splits open. It's really... Having a piece of tape on there that holds it together really helps. And this is the... I need to throw this tape away. This tape is shit. I think this one is actually going to be a lot better than the first one I did. But that's with everything, isn't it? Right, okay, so that's the top, so that goes there. I'm just holding it a little bit like this, so that's kind of how it's going to sit. Right. Now, one of the things I noticed is, again, and this is just one of those things, because I've made so many changes, this is not really a straight line, and and I actually made some changes already so that you can see here it's pretty much a straight line. And should make a line where this one is. So left, that's the inside. That's the inside. Yep. So you and you should go together on this line. Where's the other line? Here. So there. And then change it around. Oh. Hang on. Did it wrong. God damn it. Come on. You go there. Yes, that's the correct side. That's about there, and then on the other side, so that there, you know, at least some sort of equalness. No, that's pretty much where that one is. Ah, okay, perfect. Ooh. Right, you go there again. Come on, sit. So, and my marker is drying out. Here we go. I love my Posca markers. I wish they weren't so expensive, but yeah. I'm gonna have to buy a new orange one soon. I think on eye level that's pretty straight. Yeah, ish. Go back in your spot. Thank you. And the same to be done here. Yeah, I just tap both that. Alright, let's see. So this is concentration phase when I'm doing something with sharp implements. There will be those that say I shouldn't be trusted with sharp implements. I can understand that. Right. Come on. I'm trying to get you to be equal and flush with that one. Come on. There we go, that's better. Just remove a tiny bit of this, make it smooth. A little bit better there. So, right, now. I have to measure how far this is up. This is from number 2. Where's the seam? There. $32.5. Right, 32.5. Everybody remember 32.5. 32.5. 32.5. 32.5. Come on. 32. This is still. Damn it! Damn it! 32.5. You stay there. And then number 2. So till there. Okay. Oh. Right. Now, if I'd done this correctly, you never know. That should be the right place where this is going to live. So from here to there to there. I know I probably have to take off 1 from that. That's pretty on point. I knew I was going to have to make 1 shorter, because this is the old one and that one's changed. And that one goes there. And this is where I say, I need more hands. There. Somewhere around there. I'll do. Right, so oh, come on. Go, 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 go. Way! 1 go. Excellent. Right. Right, so stay. Thank you. That's the bottom, that's the top. So now yeah, that works pretty well, I think. Right, let's warm this up and see if I can keep it there. Great. hang it up so I can reach for it again. Here we go. Now let's hold this for a little bit. And then we can glue it in place. Alright. Yeah, that gets there. Make sure that I line up the seams correctly, because I've done that wrong before. Oh, I need this glue. Right, can you stay there for a second? Thank you. Right, I almost run out of this tape, but I have another piece of tape there, so let's put some pieces ready. Oh, that's it, as I expected. I think that should do. No, one more, because it's 1, 2, yeah, one more. There you go. Right. Right, let's put a little bit of glue. And this is always the part that's hardest because it's not nice and neat and being on a way that, you know, it's two seams put together, because it's a bit, there's no way of really cutting this properly. Right, make sure I do the bottom part. Alright. Right. Now, to wait for this to dry again, and this is one of those things, it's like watching paint dry, I can't help it. But that's, that means that we've got the knee part on, and we can cut the little flare flange, flare, whatever it's called. I really should look up the real name for that. It must have a name, because I'm pretty sure that it's on, you know, medieval armour as well, so there must be a name. It's probably something French. It's good in there, almost dry enough for me to put it on. It's always weird seeing my stream because I have a tablet there because I've had internet problems in the past where, you know, the stream disappeared, and I can see it when it happens on my tablet. But what you guys seeing is like this is like a 5-second delay. So yeah, it's weird seeing it. What do you think? That's dry enough? We can definitely try it. Right. Piece of tape. Find the center. Oh no! Don't go there. This is moments where I could really do with a third arm. Alright, don't stick there. Come on. This is such an awkward position. Alright. It's sticking to my gloves. Alright, make sure the other side's going on as well. Come on, don't go like that. Go like that. Thank you. Don't think I've done this. Oh, I wish. Can you imagine all those hairs? It's already a nightmare now. Because she's mostly white. Oh, that one actually stuck really well. This one hasn't yet. Right, let's try this. There's always one side that never works, does it? Look how perfect that seam is. That bit is perfect. I know it sticks out there yet, but we will fix that because it looks a little bit like flanched here, but we had that on the other knee as well. That's pretty much stuck on. It looks like a freaking, you know, bandaged. Well, here we go. Right. Any gaps will have to be filled with foam clay. And I'll take out, so you can see here it's like a little bit for, so Once it's dry, I have to wait till it's dry because that's... Right, so let's take out like... There you go. On this side. That will get rid of the sharp, and then you just shape it. But yeah, we'll have to take in some of those edges there and there. We'll have to leave that to dry properly now. Don't want to manipulate it too much. You can see I've done a little bit of work on here already. But I may say I've hardly need to put any glue, any foam clay on those edges. A little bit here to fill up those. Vegetable. Good job. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I am so happy that I decided to redo them. Is this? Yeah, that's the one I did for that. Right, so I think this is pretty much spot on for this one as well. Yeah, so that's the next bit. Actually, I have to start cutting that out. Alright, so hold that. Actually, you know what I want to do? Let's remove this extra bit, this extra strip. The cat has something new to play with. I have all the mouses, all the cat toys, and the one thing she enjoys playing with is pieces of EVA foam. I make sure that the pieces that she gets are big enough that she can't chew them. She doesn't chew them in general, but still, just to make sure. But yeah. And I'm not happy when she does that at 3 AM in the morning, decides to play on top of the bed, on top of me. I need to mark this line for about 1 centimeter, because that's what goes underneath. To make sure I've got some decent adhesion. I have to cut the edge still, so that's not going to happen for a while, but go. Oh, and there's going to be an ad in 30 seconds, just so people are aware. There we go. See, this is where my cat's weird. I think I've said this before on stream. She does not like boxes. I have quite a few boxes because I keep them because I am selling things on eBay and I'm Vinted at the moment. And I put a selection of different sized boxes out. She's not interested. Nothing. Actually, let me close the... So I make sure she doesn't get these pieces that have glue on them. Not interested at all. She has a couple of mice that she plays with. I actually recently bought a new one and she actually does play with that one. But yeah, boxes, absolutely no interest whatsoever. Tinfoil Skeletor. I tried that because one of my old cats that I had passed away more than 10 years ago now. He loved tinfoil balls. Loved them. I would throw them, he would catch them, he would return them. Curtis was a great cat. He was such an interactive kitty cat. Loved to snuggle. For her, when I tried that, yeah. So when I tried that, and as soon as I started scrunching up the aluminium foils we ran, she doesn't like really loud noises. Now, my mom, when she adopted her, she came from a shelter. Should have done it this way, but anyway. So she adopted her from a shelter, and so there's not a lot of information about her past. But even, when she was there, when my mum, she wouldn't come close to anybody. The fact that she now comes to me, she meows at me, she's pretty interactive with me, is taken a year or more, probably. So yeah, it's great that she does that now, but yeah. She's also odd in how she sleeps, because she will sleep. I bought a basket, then she slept in it, and then she ignored it. Then I washed it, and then she slept in it, and now she's ignored it. So yes, I probably have to wash it again. But she just uses it for a week, and then she just have moments she'll sleep on the bed, moments she'll sleep on something else. She's when was it? Was it Wednesday morning? Tuesday morning. So one morning, and this is another thing she does that I haven't seen any other cat do. I don't know what she heard or what she saw or what it was. And she just growled. She literally growled. She sounded like a dog. She literally was like, I'm like, what? I can't hear anything, so it could be something that she could hear, because of course cats hear a lot better. And I've never heard, she's done it before, that she growled. On New Year's Eve last year, I opened the curtains to watch the fireworks, and then some fireworks came and happened on the street when normally all the fireworks they shoot are shooting on the main road. But they did it really close to the houses. And she just growled again as well. So I knew that she could growl. She just doesn't do it a lot. And she literally was like, and I'm like, what is it that you see? What is it? What do you hear? What do you see? I don't understand. What, you know, are there ghosts? Because in Egyptian times, the Egyptians, they worshipped cats like Bastet, and because they believed that I don't think so, because upstairs is an office. But yeah, in Egypt they believed that cats could ward off evil spirits. So, no, maybe. She's a funny cat. Yeah, she's probably asleep on the bed at the moment. So, right. We cut everything out. I can't glue this on because I have to do some. So, but this is in principle. Once we adjusted these sides, we'll go like that. There we go. Now we have another. Here we go. That's better. Because I still have to cut that off, but I want to make sure that it's fully glued and dried. I tried to record her. But the growling is just not audible on the video. I tried that. She just didn't. She doesn't activate recording. Didn't record. Didn't record the growling because it's really low, and because if I go really close with my camera, she'll run away again because she's like, what the fuck? What are you doing? But no, because she's looking up, and mice are not up in the air. Yeah, I don't know. She's just such an unusual cat. So, but yeah. I mean, at least you know she's not. You know, when I first took her home, after my mum passed, and I decided to take her home with me. I had to wait for 3 weeks to get her rabies, and then wait 3 weeks before I could take her over the border. And the thing as well is, like, most cats will meow when they're in the basket. She will meow when I put her in the basket, but as soon as I put her in the car, silence. I drove 14 hours, all the way from Belgium to Poland, and she was silent. Occasionally we sit there and look out of the window, but it was very unusual how quiet she was. And she still, if I take her to the vet or anything like that, she will meow when I put her in the basket. But when I drive, she's quiet. So, I mean, I prefer that. Both my cats that I had before, I had a fully black cat called Curtis and a black and white tuxedo cat called Nina. And they would sing to some of their people as soon as they were in the car in the baskets. It was loud. They were loud. But yeah. So yeah, I grew up with dogs. She smiles on command. That's cute. My biological dad was a police dog handler, so I grew up with police dogs. So, and then we also had, of course, house dogs that were usually failed police dogs. So, yeah, I grew up on dogs, but yeah, it's just easier. I mean, I wasn't planning on having a cat at all. Because if I want to travel, having to find someone to take care of the cat in the house, you know, it's costly. At least it's cheaper than putting him in a kennel. But yeah, she's an unusual cat, but I'm glad we got along because, you know. Right. Since it's so close to the end of the stream, I'm not sure what else I can do at the moment. Oh, I can do this because it's dried a lot now, so you can see a little bit the differences between the clay colors. Eyes are so cute. I don't think we ever taught one of our dogs to smile, but they could do all the other commands. So you can see now a little bit like the color of the clay is lighter than the rest, so you can see a little bit better now. I do think we're getting close to where's my yeah. It's a bit still sticking out. And I think it needs to because of course there's no 3D image, so I don't know how far it sticks out for real. But I do think we're getting, I think, holding it the same kind of angle. The nose is a little bit smaller. I'm just looking at that. The nose is a bit more here. So I might change that a little. But yeah, you can see a little bit better now that the clay is a little bit lighter. Not sure. Yeah, that's about right. It looks weird because, you know, there's white here, so it looks like it's not round, but it is round. I just need to smooth it out. But I do think, is it similar? It's not. It doesn't look as big on the knee as that one image, but I don't think I can make it. I do think I can make it a little bit wider still. Yeah, the nose needs to slightly change. Now that I see it, let's do it. Oh, because then I can wash my hands when I'm done with the stream. Oh, almost. Almost kicked the foam clay off the table. Ooh. It looks like it's a lot flatter here as well. So let's... Oh. Try to roll it. Right, let's see. Does that make it look a little better? Yes, I do think it does. I do think that is helping. Right. I think the other side needs to be a little tad thicker. Right, so if you go from about there I do think that fixes some of the... Can't really see it on stream, but... Okay, okay. Right. It made it look so weird on stream. Right, I think a little bit more on the middle. I think that makes it better. Right, I think that's pretty much what I should do on this because, again, I need it to be dry to be able to see what else I need to do on this. I need to put a little bit more there. Because the nostrils were a little bit smaller, a little bit more. Right, let's see. Right. And again, I need to let this to dry to see if I'm happy with it. But I do think that makes the nose a little bit better. You can't see because it's so shiny, but I'm quite happy with that. Right. Where's my lid? Here's my lid. Right. Let that sit and dry, and we can see. Probably next week I'll show you what it looks like. Might have a little bit of sanding done, but you might have to do some smoothing out. But I like the idea. Somebody said, I can't remember, was it Jerry? About the toothpicks. To start working with that, to start seeing where we're going. So I will probably do that. So what we're going to do now, we're going to pause the music, and we're going to look if anybody's out there that I can raid. Right, so let's see. How can I just wish there was a way of removing all the 3D printers from the Makers and Crafters channel. So annoying. Maybe that will help. Because most of the Fat Shark games are streaming about Warhammer40k Dark Tide giveaways. If I was working on my Ship Mrs. Brahms cosplay, I might have rated them and said, hey, this is what I'm doing. Yeah, nobody that I'm following is only Fat Shark Games is the one that I'm following. That's up and running. That's not English. And then the rest is all freaking 3D printing. Oh, how annoying. It's always the fact that I finish at such an awkward time that normally there's nobody out there that's streaming. Just checking any... Nope, nobody posted after me. To me, the 3D printers. The 3D printers are just... They need to have their own freaking area so that it can be in there. Because it's... Yeah. And 9 out of 10 times, they have 1 to 2 viewers and that's it. So it should be a category within Twitch called like let's watch paint dry. Right, okay. There's nobody there. Right, let's see. Huh. Nobody. Of course not. Oh, I was just thinking maybe somebody's streaming Battle Sister, but no. I can't believe there's so many Warhammer games. Okay. I give up. Give up. We'll just have to end the stream. Right. Yeah, so the people that use the label cosplay just like I do, and this is why I sometimes think I get a lot of people who don't join the stream and don't say anything, because they expect maybe something else because of these people. Wrong one. But yeah, this is the biggest problem. I wish instead of maybe cosplay, maybe have a... Is there a tag cosplay making? No, because cosplayer doesn't work. Cosplayer is the same fucking problem as... Because they will call themselves cosplayers and it's like, no you're not. Is there... Let's see. Tag. Oh, there's a cosplay crafting. Cosplay making, cosplay maker. But yeah, there's also like cosplayer, gamer girl. But yes, let's just. Anyway, so next week we'll be back and we'll be finishing the skull, finishing the right leg, and then they're done. That's it. They need plasti dip, which I can't do at the moment because it's too cold outside to spray paint. Dang. That feels good. So next stream then, probably what we'll be doing is starting on a plan for the chainsaws, what I'm going to change. So, you know, this part is pretty good. This part we're going to change. So we're probably going to mostly work on paper, drawing things out, planning how we're going to do things so that once I have the piece of paper, we can put it on the foam and start gluing things together. Start thinking about how to do the part where I want to have the box with the metal, with the magnets to put the soundboard in. So we'll all do that. But yeah, we'll be back with all that. I can't believe it. And then of course, once they're fully together, I have to do the walk test. If I can walk in them. So, fingers crossed. Right, so, that's what we're doing next week. In the meantime, everybody, I will see you next week. Stay safe. Take care of yourself. Especially around these times of years. And,